There are things that are there, but you never really see until they're pointed out, and then you can't unsee them. Like, for instance, the arrow in the FedEx logo. Now it's the first thing I see. Or the Browning buck, an outline of a deer. But inside, there's also a doe. Or mom spelled out in Wendy's collar. They're lighthearted things, without a doubt. Recently, something was pointed out to me. Once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. Couldn't stop really thinking about it. And it was far more objectionable. The Pulaski County Courthouse, a building I've spent a lot of time in covering trials over the years, and this water fountain, a place like countless others I have stopped for a quick drink of water from time to time. It's been here since the early 1900s, and there was a time it wasn't for everybody.
I was really shocked. Honestly, didn't expect that in 2022.
I'm only 19, so I really never seen one in real life, so to know that that was still there and it was still present is very upsetting.
It was a segregated water fountain, and in 2022, above the fountain, you could see it was designated colored.
It's kind of like shock that it's like still there and still very clearly visible.
Why was it here? It's not really a question. We know the misdeeds of its origin. I talked with this group of Donaghy scholars at UA Little Rock about this shadow of the past that revealed itself. Was it just never noticed? And why was no one made aware?
Oh, I'd say something about it for sure. I would definitely talk to someone. Just maybe someone in charge of the facility there and just say, hey, this is not good that something like that is still up there, you know?
I'm certainly not going to take any credit for fostering any change, but inside 24 hours of calling the county about the water fountain, this happened. A great and admirable move. County leaders offered this was an unwelcoming time in history, which intentionally divided our community and fostered so much hate and separation. While the sign had been removed years ago, it left behind a stain that was still legible. The county has taken immediate action to remove this stain, and it is no longer visible. More than likely, long ago, the original sign was removed, and it wasn't visible when it was. But over time, that stain seeped back to the surface. For these students, a sign the past should not be considered erased when signs of it do surface again.
A lot of it isn't talked about because whether it be fear or, you know, shame, it's not talked about it, and it should be. I think that especially kids growing up should learn the history that happened and the mistakes that we've made so that they don't happen again.
If we try to say that we want to move forward and move past it without recognizing and acknowledging what happened, we're being inconsiderate to those who actually went through it.
There are people who carry that scar with them for their entire lives and raise their children with those scars. And so to just not acknowledge that is a disservice to those people.
We have to take a perspective of education on this, especially when we see remnants of the past that aren't the most beautiful or that are very disturbing.
And it is true, as written in the Declaration of Independence, that all men are created equal. It's also written in history that all men have not been treated equal. I like to think the founders knew this and also knew in time, as a nation and as people, we would evolve to a better place. And we did. And we are.